Chancer here. What I'm aiming to do today is give a quick summary of the projects, wargaming and modelling projects I undertook in 2010, and then an outline of what I'm currently working on and what's coming up, what I'll be working on in 2011. Before I begin, just want to give two big thank yous to Basic Modelling and Scale Modelling Consortium. Guys, I love watching your videos. They are great. They're a pleasure to see. They're an inspiration, and when motivation is a bit low, they really help pick one's spirits up on the project side. So guys, it's appreciated. It's a pleasure to watch, and please keep posting. Okay, I'll just adjust the camera and then we'll get on with looking at the projects. I don't really worry about too much how it turned out. It was really just a test airframe to work on the techniques. I know the colour scheme's not strictly right or anything else like that, but it was a training project. Eventually, I think it'll become some wargame scenery though. But nice one to begin with, and a nice simple straight lines, things that you can practice masking on, and the various techniques for airbrushing. The first vehicle I did was this Bedford refueler. It's the FX kit, 176 scale. Went together nicely. The decals were absolutely horrible. They refused to come off, they broke up, and in the end I actually ended up gluing some of them on. They were dreadful, but it's a nice vehicle, simple build. In terms of scale, I'm going to put... Alright, after that I built this Su25 Frog foot, the Rebel kit. Simply, I built this aircraft because I fancied the Russian project, simple as that. It's been modelled, covered in the tarpaulin and the covers, because early on in the build I managed to lose the intake covers, not the intake covers, the canopy, and so that put something to give me some shape underneath. Then built her as an aircraft that was in storage. It's, you know, it's kind of, you sometimes see pics of them on the Russian airfields, covered up, probably aircraft that have seen better days. So the weathering and the dusting is a bit heavy. You can see the pitot covers, air intake, and there's exhaust covers at the back. I like the way it's turned out. See the underside there as well. First one is the Hobby Boss H60 Jayhawk. I must admit, this kit was a pleasure to build. I spent too long prattling about with the interior, went to town detailing that, not that you can see much of it anyway. Other bits and pieces that I've added to it is the there's an aerial. You probably can't see the fishing line. You've got all the aerial masts along here. There's hydraulic lines, and the rear view mirrors. So kit, absolute pleasure to build. I love Hobby Boss kits. They go together nicely, and I do like the subjects. So scuffed up the paint job a bit, had some problems with the masking, with the paint, particularly the red paint flowing underneath. That required a little bit of recovery work, and I think it's come out too much of a matte finish. Should have been more of a gloss. I do like US Coast Guard aircraft, love the colour schemes. So that was my first Coast Guard project. My second one was this V22 Osprey, built for the Brit modeler What If group build. Brit Modeler is an excellent online community for modelers. You can post your projects, be they armor, figures, aircraft, whatever. They do regular group builds whereby people undertake to build an aircraft or a model in a specific theme between specific dates, normally over a 2-month period. And this is what I built for the What If group build. It's the Atelieri 1/72 scale V22, and as you can see, opened her up a bit, added things like search radar, weather radar. Again, the interior is detailed up. This was a fun build, spent too long, but I like the way it's turned out. Decals I got from from a variety of sources, including some that was given to me by a chap at the IPMS model show in Telford in 2009. Now onto the Wargames stuff. I must profess, I have a rather large Empire army. Currently it stands at probably about 5,000 points if it's all totted up, maybe a bit more. But you can't, in my mind, a Wargames army is never actually complete. You can always keep adding to it, and that's what I've done in this case. And what you have here is, we'll start off with some Empire halberdiers, including some of the old plastics, the original Empire plastics, mixed in with some of the metals. I love in a Wargames army having miniatures from various eras, especially in the case of GW. So this guy was formerly would have been a crewman on the battle wagon, and you also have some more recent plastics. Another thing that I have added, and shortfall in my army has often been a lacking of swordsmen. I tend to put my trust more in spearmen and the halberdiers. So unit of 20 spearmen, again in Ostland colours. You can see there the bull's head flag. The shields were handmade, 2 bits of plastic card stuck together and then sanded into shape. Nice big shield to give my lads something to hide behind, considering the amount of fighting they normally get. I've already got 15 swordsmen, and these guys were to really bolster their numbers. The other thing you have here is free company, or militia as I tend to call them. Made up from various sets. You'll see plastics in there from the Men at Arms set, and the Free Company set, and the metal Sigmarite sister set from Mordheim, City of the Damned. That's the sister there, and the reliquary she's holding rather than a standard is from the Bretonnian figure set. Also, keep on forgetting this chap's name. Nice metal figures, heroic looking chap. My approach to painting is fairly simple. I'm not a master painter, never will be. A figure has to look right at 3 feet, so fairly basic paint job, then washes and a bit of dry brushing to highlight things up. Keep it simple, keep it straightforward, and I think you get a reasonable result. Okay, projects for next year. Kinetic projects lined up. First one, Hella Canadair CL415 water bomber. Building this for another group build, the Brit Modeler Rescue Services group build. I'm going to build it as an out-of-box kit. Rather looking forward to this one. 1/72 scale kit, and I think I'll be building it in May. The other definite project is this, the Revell 1/72 Mi-8 hip. This is for the Russian aircraft in Foreign Markings Group build, so it's going to be done out of the box in German markings. What I'm just finishing off is this. It's a Revell AH1. Building this as a Wargames miniature, lighter base. Here we are. So it's built for basing, and I'm building it for a friend. It's a fairly straightforward build. Not too many frills on it, keeping off the aerials as they tend to get broken off. I need some touch up on the paint job and deckling up and a few other finishing touches. I've also made this base for it. And if you can see that, that's the basic idea of the base, is to minimize the amount you have to handle it. This will be going to a friend who's more of a modern wargame. I must admit, I don't model the wargame. I don't really do modern wargaming. Well, I'll call modern, that's post-World War II. Right. My next modelling project will be this Matchbox 1/72 Gloucester Meteor. I don't believe that kits should just be bought for purely collection purposes, you know, and not made. If you build a kit, if you buy a kit, even an old classic like this, make it. So that's it. Hopefully you'll see a few more videos from me. I'm afraid the first one I posted last year I thought was dreadful, and it rather put me off posting anymore. But hopefully this might be a little bit less cloyingly awful. So until next time, happy modelling.